Hi there!
Happy New Year! I'm Miguel.
And I'm Natalie.
Welcome to Click Spain Tours.
We are about to start our first online guided tour of this 2021.
In our last guided tour, which was of Nerja, we mentioned about the village that we will be visiting today, which is Frigiliana. This little village is situated around 300 meters above sea level, and it's considered to be one of the prettiest villages in Spain.
And you are going to have the privilege of visiting it with us. So why don't you stay around and let's get started.
Let's go. Frigiliana, the same as Nerja, is in the region of the Axarquia, to the east of the province of Malaga, around 50 minutes drive from Malaga airport. As already mentioned, Frigiliana is known to be one of the prettiest whitewashed villages in Spain. It is also known as the village of the three cultures, where Muslims, Jews and Christians coexisted. The village of Frigiliana is divided into two parts, the new part and the old part, but we are going to focus on the old part of the town, the one with the prehistoric quarter with the Moorish layout, one of the best kept within the province of Malaga.
Probably the best place to start your visit in this village would be at the Casa del Apero, which is thought to have been built at the beginning of the 17th century and was used as a barn and stables. This square building with 2 floors and an interior patio was restored in the 1990s. It currently houses the tourism office, where you'll be able to acquire a map showing you places of interest in Frigiliana. And don't miss the lookout points that this place has to offer, from which you can enjoy a perfect view of the village. The Casa del Apero is used as a cultural centre, housing the village library and Frigiliana's archaeological museum, through which you'll be able to walk and learn about the history of the village, from photos and its 125 exhibits, which are arranged in chronological order. There are exhibits that date back to the time of the Phoenicians and from the Moors, such as a dagger from the 16th century. As you leave the tourism office, you will head into the village through Casa del Apero, and you will come by something quite unique, a mechanical theatre in a small circular kiosk. Behind glass windows at one side of the kiosk, you will see an old Moor with a parrot, and on the other side, 2 ladies sat at a table. That for just €1, you will be able to listen to the history of this beautiful village from the mouth of these mechanical puppets.
Bésame, bésame mucho, kiss me darling.
Stop, Dolores, stop. There are people peering into our little house. We don't want them to think that here in Frigiliana we only sing and drink wine.
No, we are hard-working and thrifty people.
As we discover more about Frigiliana, I think you will agree with us that it's quite a unique place. One of the reasons for its uniqueness is that it's the only place in Europe that still has an active sugarcane honey factory. This factory is found in an old manor from the end of the 16th century that used to belong to the Manrique de Lara family, commonly known as El Ingenio. This building is built in a Renaissance style, and certain materials from the destroyed Moorish castle on the hill were used for its construction. It's not possible to visit the inside of the factory, as it's fully functioning, but you can purchase some of its sugarcane honey used in many local recipes, as well as some typical ceramic pieces from a little shop with its entrance on the main facade of the building.
To enter into the historic part of town, we will do so through Calle Real, being the main street. At the beginning of the street, you will see what used to be the Reales Pósitos, with its original arches still standing. This is where the surplus grain was stored during the years of good crops. A bit further up, we will come to one of the most photographed spots in Frigiliana, where Calle Real splits into two streets, one being the continuation of the same street and the other one Calle Hernando Eldarra. We recommend you take the second street, steeper but worth it, as you will enter into the heart of the old Moorish quarter. Through this route you will enjoy its quirky winding patterned pebble streets, decorated with flowers and plants, and also admire its houses with impeccable white walls and colourful doors. Along this walk, which joins with Callejón del Peñón, you will also come across two lookout points, from where you will enjoy beautiful panoramic views of the village.
A picturesque street to walk down or to take a photo of is Calle Garral. If you follow it down, you will come to the Fountain of the Three Cultures, with three spouts, on top of which there are the symbols of the three main faiths, Islamic, Jewish and Christian. It's quite a unique spot, where you might want to stop and pause and take in the silence mixed with the noise of the cascading water. You will also be able to see a sculpture that pays homage to the three faiths on Calle Chorruelo. But this recognition in Frigiliana doesn't just finish here. Since 2006, it has been celebrating the Festival Frigiliana Tres Culturas, which takes place on the last weekend of August. This festival mixes culture, gastronomy, music and fiesta, offering the visitor a wide range of activities and entertainment.
Another fountain that you can visit in Frigiliana, probably the oldest one, is actually known as the Old Fountain, but when it was built, it was known as the New Fountain. The fountain was built in the 17th century by the 5th Lord of Frigiliana and first Count of the village, who had his coat of arms placed on the fountain, and which still remains to this day. In the past, it used to be used by villagers and their livestock. you walk through the Plaza de la Fuente Vieja, where the fountain is, you'll be able to enjoy a nice view of the scenery, especially when the sun is setting.
Back onto Calle Real, you will be able to visit the Iglesia San Antonio de Padua, the main church of Frigiliana, dating back to the 17th century, and built mostly in Renaissance style. The composition of its facade is common to other churches in the Axarquia, having a simple structure, yet elegant, that makes it stand out within the village. Well, that's it. We've come to the end of our short guided tour of the pretty Spanish village of Frigiliana.
There is also a botanical garden with a variety of indigenous flora from Frigiliana and its surroundings, which is open to the public. But because we ran out of time and light, we weren't able to take any footage of it. Sorry. And there are also the ruins of the old castle of Lizar on the hill.
Why don't you drop us a comment if you knew about this village, or you've been there, or you are planning to visit next time you're in the area. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and press on the bell. This way, we can continue to bring videos of Spanish villages and towns.
Take care and keep safe.
Hasta pronto!